Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
All right, we're live. We finally did it. Welcome to the Ryan Ripken show. We're usually fashionably late, but not this late. In the process of it, Kevin spilled a beer, and it probably took way too long to set this up. But here we are at Holliday Casino out in Charlestown Races in West Virginia, home of the Zach Bollingers.
Yee! I feel home.
Oh, there you are. So we appreciate you guys. We actually have the games up here. So consider this a watch party for the first time out here. We'll talk a lot about the Orioles, talk a lot about the Nats, and everything in between. We'll actually talk about an interview that we just had. So if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, we got to sit down with the GM of the team today, Eric DeCosta, to talk a lot of things football related and how I figured out he's a guy you cannot cross under any circumstances. And as we are talking about this in the comments that are going on right now, let us know what you think is happening in the game, what you want to talk about, some talking points, and we will discuss them live. So without further ado, who else is in here with me? Well, that's Zach, Kevin, and Rocco.
Okay. Is anyone else going to say anything?
I think I said all I could last night. I think I said all I could
Kevin,
last night.
show everyone your shirt. Stand up.
It's dry now.
Well, it wasn't about 5 minutes ago.
But I figured this is
That
what
was
you
a
wear to a
debacle.
casino, right?
Can I tell the story, or should we just get into everything else?
Go ahead. Tell the story.
So Kevin, while we were having the technical difficulties, went back to the table behind us to try to grab an adult beverage, even though he doesn't look like he should be drinking one.
I'm 26.
Yeah, exactly. But, you did get carded when we walked in, which we knew was going to happen.
It's a casino.
I know. I'm just saying. Anyway, they're doing their jobs here. But what happened was Kevin not only knocked the beer over, it spilled onto the floor. And then it's like when you tap your buddy's, beer bottle and like it explodes. That's what happened to Kevin. He tried to drink it, exploded all over his face, shirt, everything. And here we are. So,
well, when you make a mess, you clean it up. And that's what I did. I grabbed the napkins, I wiped it all down, and now it's as good as new.
Everything was good to go. And now here we are.
There we are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an exaggeration. Lindsay did ask, I'm sorry, are you guys 21? And it was a legitimate question. Kevin looks like he's 19 and he acts like he's 16 throwing cat birthday parties.
Is giving him something.
Yeah. Thank you, Brad. That's a compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Well, also we have Brad here, by the way. Brad, I know we went through a lot, but we have it done. And in the moment, as we watch this, I think Adley Rutschman just had a delayed steal. Timeout. Oh, no, it was a straight steal.
Oh, he's moving.
There it is.
There he is.
He's a big boy. He's moving. All right, so the Orioles are in scoring position, 2 down in the first inning. We'll get into that. But Brad, can we take a deep breath now? All's good for the most part.
My hair's all a fucking mess because, I was trying to rip it out actually, but we're good. We're good as long as everybody's watching can hear us fine. Then I'm happy.
Yeah, for those in the comments here that are tuning in as we talk about this Orioles game, let us know what's going on so we can be able to talk about what you're thinking. And as we are discussing this, the Orioles are trying to get going early.
Come on, Mountie.
Right guy at the plate. Great. They changed the shift, but Mountie hits a piss missile right back up the middle, right to Garcia.
I did not realize the massive TV behind us had it on too.
Yeah,
It's giant.
So to give more context about this whole location, so you're probably wondering, where the hell are we? Well, I just explained we're at the Holliday Casino at Charlestown Races up in West Virginia. And guys, it's not like the West Virginia that's going towards Charleston. It's Charlestown. There's a big difference here. And
who pointed that out?
We did point that out?
I said, who pointed that out?
Yeah, you were kind of my driver to tell us. You're going, if you want to drive 3 more hours, you'll go to the Fighting Zach Bollingers. But if you want to go right down the road, because we were at the Ravens facility in Owings Mills, without traffic, it was an hour and 12 minutes, guys. That's all it took to get here.
Not bad. And it was during rush hour, too. It wasn't
for you guys. Yeah. For us, it took a little longer.
Then whose fault was that?
It was not my fault. I volunteered to pick up Kevin. Kevin got into my car and explained to me that this was his casino shirt. So immediately brought out the snacks. He's a happy guy, but he had to cut things for the show that's named after you. So exactly. Great guy right there. So
I wish he said
we were a little bit behind, Rip, but that's not why the show didn't start on time.
Well, I did. I had my
he just slapped his hand
he thought I was going for a high five. I was showing off your casino shirt.
I figured, look, it's my first time in a casino. I figured I want to do it up like you wear shirts at a casino, right? I figured this is it's a good.
You know what, Kevin? I'm not mad at that.
It is.
I'm not mad at that at all.
It's a good vibe.
It looks fresh.
Thank you. I wore the khakis as always. You got to always wear the khakis. Yeah. And I got my popped water lilies for a snack, and I still haven't opened them yet.
Okay. Well, All right, let's take a deep breath here and let's talk a little bit about baseball, because that's kind of one of the reasons why we're here. We're trying to relax. And we got the two teams in this region. So I saw Scott say, no, we are not out of chips yet. I think right before we go, we will put down some bets. We will let you know how that goes. And Kevin, it's his first time. So
Yeah, I've never done it.
it's his first time for a lot of reasons, but we're excited for Kevin overall. But also, guys, we touched a little bit. So we had Cole Irvin on yesterday for the Orioles, right? And that was a big interview that we really enjoyed because it gave a lot of context of what's going on here as Corbin Burns is set to take the mound for the Orioles. Pretty damn good pitcher. This whole staff's motto has kind of changed this year for Baltimore. And I think Cole really embodies what this Orioles staff's trying to do, and the reason why you can't have the perception of looking back at what someone did in 2023. You got to look at what they can do in 2024. And I think, Rocco, despite your attempts to mess up Cole's
Here we go.
routine, and good luck, I think Cole's biggest thing we took away is how his mindset has drastically changed for the team.
Yeah, I mean, and it's awesome. He talked about the 70% rule. He kind of talks about it. For Cole Irvin, it all starts on the mental side, because baseball, as we know, you obviously more than us because you played the game at the professional level, it's such a mental game. The ins and outs, like obviously you want to have the physical tools and have to have the physical tools. But for a lot of guys, I mean, it is the mental game. What are you shaking your head at? What did I do?
Joe.
Oh,
not
okay.
you.
I mean, yeah, whatever. He's going to do that.
It was about me this time.
Okay. Well, anyway, I have ADD, got off track. Here we go. But for Coleman, it's awesome hearing him talk about his routine and his mindset. It all starts with simply making his bed in the morning. I mean, something as simple as that for a baseball player to get on track and to go into a game with the mindset that I'm going to go out there and dominate, and I'm not going to jinx him this time because, number one, I didn't know that I couldn't say a guy's having a good game or a good streak. It's not a game where a guy's tossing a no-no. I didn't say that.
You probably would bring it up though.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't. That's all I said there.
You're so the guy who
that
brings
Cole
up
is doing
no-nos.
well right now. I was happy for him. But next time, you know what? I told Rip this. The next time he comes on, I'm just going to tell him. I'm going to say, Cole, you need to do better. Simply, and then I'll start complimenting him. Is that what I need to do, Rip? Are you saying that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the one thing with baseball, you do not tell someone how good they're doing. It's the unwritten rule, and it shouldn't have to explain that to you. When you're hot, you don't try to explain why you're hot.
How should I have asked the question then? What should I have said to Cole Irvin?
You shouldn't have gone, hey man, you've done something you've never done in your career 3 times in a row. How does it feel? No, you don't say that. You go, man, expectation here looks like you found a groove. What is the groove that you have found, Cole? How do you feel there? Hey, I did my research here. I'm Rocco DeSangro, a reporter. You've never done this in your career. Are you expecting that streak to snap next time? Because that's how I took the question. That's how I took it.
No, but it's just like, it's the same thing. Like, I don't remember who it was, but it was a Sunday night game. Justin Tucker was getting ready to kick a field goal, and I think it was Mike Tirico.
The announcer.
the announcer, James.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I'm not going up to him in the game and saying over the dugout, "Hey Cole, the scoreless streak's alive, man. Keep it going." It's
You
like
probably
an
will.
interview setting.
You
So,
basically,
come on,
that's
guys, cut this
basically what it
aside.
was.
Well, I got flack for doing the same thing with Heston, and
Yeah.
apparently
I'll say
That
this:
was my
I will
bad.
be sweating bullets the next time that he takes the mound, and I am just going to be hoping, just to everyone and everything, that he goes out there and continues it. Because if he doesn't, it's on me.
Yeah,
It's
we
It is
know.
on you. He said as much.
Yeah,
He did, as
It's
he
not
did.
on anybody else but you. But also give context right now, Corbin Burns is starting off. He's dealing. And actually, CJ Abrams, a guy that they moved to hitting second for the Nationals. If you guys haven't watched CJ Abrams, by the way, dude's an absolute stud. They got him in the trade from the San Diego Padres. And what I love about the deal is that this Nationals team, to me, is maybe a year or two. I'd say I'll give it 2 years. I think they're 2 years kind of behind what the Orioles are doing right now, where the expectations are going to be higher. But they got Gore, they got Abrams. Those are the two they're going to headline. They have Hassel as well in the minor leagues. But they have some really good pieces. And one surprising one, there's actually a couple guys there that I know when I was playing with the Nationals. Luis Garcia Jr. actually is another player. Guy's a really good contact hitter, but loves the chase. If he can continue to figure out how to be a little bit more in the zone, he can be a guy that can do a lot of damage for the Nats. He's not going to be a big power guy, but they do like him a lot, and he's a young talent. And as we say that, Corbin Burns allows a 2-out walk. Hopefully those things don't come back to
To
haunt you.
Garcia.
yeah.
So,
Also, I wanted to talk about this too. Like this, we touched on it last night, but it's the first time ever that both teams are playing in their City Connect jerseys.
It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I hate it.
What do you think of both City Connects, Brad?
Well, obviously, I have feelings about Baltimore City Connect jerseys, but the Washington ones are actually pretty dope.
Love the Washington
If they
ones.
won more in them, would you like them more? Because
Yes.
I do like the look. But
100
it's like
the
we
look
talked
is
about
fine. The look is fine as long as they're not playing baseball.
I feel like that's how this fan base feels about them too.
Correct.
Like, baseball players are so superstitious. You look at that, they lose a few games
Listen,
to them. You don't want them to wear them
the
anymore.
I hate
numbers-
that
the
they're
numbers
forcing
don't
black
lie.
pants.
So wait a minute. Wait a
Jose
minute.
Bautista.
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, so you're aware that baseball players are superstitious. You just said how superstitious baseball players are, and then you had the audacity to ask the Orioles' current best pitcher over his last 3 starts of just how well it's gone to hopefully break his superstition. I just want to, so you understand,
Yeah.
Brad. You know, you don't have to speak. You can just listen to what I just
Okay,
said.
that's
Brad, go ahead.
That was just my thought. I was just saying that City Connect jerseys for Baltimore is not great. So much so that Mike Elias even asked us about how we felt about them. Not that he was going to do anything about it, but just how we felt about it.
Yeah.
And it was just, I like the way they look. You want to wear them outside of a baseball game? Be my guest. But during the game, I got
They're
concerns.
cursed. They are cursed. I'm not going to say that anything good has happened in the jerseys, but I can't name something that's really good that's happened in the jerseys. As we talk about this, Corbin Burns, he gave up a stolen bag. Burns is not known for holding guys on. We're just going to put that out there overall, but it doesn't matter when you strike out the final batter. Senzel to get to the bottom of the first or top of the second.
Rip, put the camera on me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Almost punched me.
I just want
Kevin, why didn't you
Listen,
also? Oh, we
if
should
Ra-
do
if
like
Rainey has
down
my
the
back,
line.
five,
and his following has my back, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Shout
Yep.
out
You
to
know what?
Rainey.
You know what? You know what else?
What?
Nothing but problems getting this set up today in the City Connect jerseys.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so the City Connect jersey curse.
It was.
I
I
felt
think
bad.
we should get Rocco a City Connect jersey with his name on the back.
That's
Rocco's-
absolutely not.
Rip, what was your biggest superstition when you played?
Which one do you want to know?
I mean, the ones
We
that
don't
we can
need
talk
to-
about.
yeah.
We aren't a casino,
But,
but like the PG versions, I
Yeah.
guess for maybe you go PG-13. What was that
I'm-
superstition that
I'm-
got?
I'm telling you, man, when Zach and I set up for Eric DeCosta today, flawless.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Flawless.
Chad Steele, the PR guy for the Ravens, was like, you got 15 minutes less than you actually thought you had.
Yeah.
And Zach and I went to fucking work and we crushed it. Not one problem. All the audio worked, all the video worked, not one problem. Then we get here, City Connect jerseys go on, and now we got problems. Nothing but.
It's that's
Sure.
not. I'm with them. But you're asking about superstitions. Well, let's see. I would do anything possible to get a hit, as far as superstitions are concerned here. If I need to change up my diet, if I need to change up, time out. If I need to change up my diet, if I need to put a sock on a certain way, if I need to go make sure I get extra hacks, at the cage, in the locker room, in the shower, whatever I need to do, I would go do it. And I'll tell you what, there was a place, and I'll give you an example. This is where like my career turned around in the minor leagues. After I came back from a 6-week oblique injury from the OB, I was playing like crap. I got absolutely blown up on. It felt like every pitch I'd swing and miss. I was hitting like 160 over a 6-week period.
Cool.
And I thought, okay, this is going to be it for me. Average drop from over 330 down to like 220. And I got 2 hits in one series, and we went to Lynchburg, and we found this underground pizza joint that had karaoke. Don't know how we found it. Unbelievable. I went back to that place every single night, no matter how I felt, and stayed until it closed every single night at 2 a.m. because I kept getting 2 hits in the game.
Did you get the same thing to eat every time you went there? Was it like that?
Yep.
Rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. You kept going back, kept going back, kept
Oh.
going back.
Wait, so is this you just went there and like it was like a bar or something, or?
Yeah. So it was like,
It's
the
so-
pizza joint underneath. And then they started karaoke on 2 of the days. It was unbelievable. I think I sang I think I sang Celine Dion twice
Can we
because
can
it
we
worked
get that
the
right
first
now?
time. So you got to do it the second
Can we
time.
get it
Oh
right now?
my
Beautiful.
God.
Can we get a little Celine Dion?
No,
right now?
no, we're not.
No, I can't. Once more, you open the door. You probably wouldn't even get. What
I've-
song is that?
Once more, you open the door.
Once more, you open the door.
Come on, man. Are you kidding me?
Me and Rip had a
Have you
pretty
never
good
seen
jam
Titanic?
session coming up here.
You never seen Titanic?
Oh my God, Kevin.
I
All
belted
roads
out,
lead to Titanic.
I was screaming country roads in the car as we were driving.
Yeah.
Once we got to West Virginia, it was game over. Kevin has the video somewhere.
I do.
All right.
Yeah,
I
and
sent
do you
it.
guys not know how copyright works?
Shout out.
Yeah, that's why I said I immediately not say that to Kevin afterwards.
he's
All
gonna-
right.
he's
Well,
gonna
this
say
is an
something
inside
else.
story
I
that
said
you all need
that.
to shut the hell up
That's
about.
Stupid.
Pocket watch.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Pocket watch.
Appreciate you, Pocket Watch.
Appreciate you.
We do. And as we talk about it right now, the Moo Man, the Milkman, Colton Cowser is up to bat, 1-1 count here with one out. Now about the pasture starting off on May 14th.
Yeah.
Starting to really gain traction. Shout out to Jason Benowitz and the Baltimore Battery in general for getting this all going. And essentially, if you guys don't know what's going to happen there, Colton Cowser on May 14th, all the Oriole fans that are in this one section are going to wear cow festive attire for Colton Cowser. The only thing that could possibly
come
ruin
on.
it,
Get out.
Popped it up. Colton Cowser pops it up to right.
the only thing that could ruin it for Colton Cowser if he's just not playing that night, which
I'm
that would
hoping
be
he
rough.
does.
that would be rough
Dude, imagine
overall.
that.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. We're not going to speak that into existence, though. He's playing that night.
You know what? I got to find out, and this is actually for a superstition. I don't blame anybody on this, but I was trying to figure out. People are saying cows are slumping a little bit over the last few weeks. I think I saw the Exit 52 guys, unfortunately, might have talked about his swing mechanics. Was I wrong on that?
Well, we had him on too, and I think that people are blaming us as well.
No, he had a home run that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Did
the
he?
Ripken show bump.
Yeah. No, we
was
gave him
the
the
Yeah,
bump.
we
We hit
gave
a
him-
dongo.
No,
Nothing but bumps when you come on the
So
rip.
the only
If that's the case, I'm going to absolutely roast Eric for it the next time I talk to him.
no,
should.
because the only thing, dude, I tell you, this is actually a story I talked about with my dad. And this is the only reason I talk about with players. When you put an extra thought into a hitter's head, then they feel like when something goes wrong, they got to get back to it, and the perception's a hair off. So that's why, if you guys have noticed, I haven't asked anybody about their approach or swing because I don't want them to overthink it. Right? That's just me.
So
Yeah.
we're
Like-
establishing that rule right now.
You
Just
know-
never again ask
It
about
would have been
any of
nice
that.
though if you would have had that's in the pre-show meetings. Like, hey guys, when this guy comes on, let's not ask.
I think
him
you
about
guys
this
thought
or
you were
that.
smart
Yeah, it was
enough
just
to
kind of
not
an
do it.
unspoken rule.
What's that?
It's an unspoken rule.
Oh yeah,
I am personally very
level did you play
superstitious,
baseball at
too.
again? Oh, you're still
High
playing
enough.
in a beer league softball.
That's
team.
softball.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's electric.
Yeah. What do you do again?
Oh, I'm the catcher.
Yeah, but what do you? Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
one-eyed
God
belly
damn it,
every
Rocco.
time.
Just shut the hell up. Bro.
Okay. Yeah. You know, we were talking about a guy that doesn't need some money. So everyone knows rule number one, establish rule number one. Well, I understand. We got to understand if you haven't been around the game. Maybe that's on me as the director of this whole program. But I also like accountability. So I'll take accountability, but I also like people to take accountability for their own actions.
That's fair.
And we have a lot of guys that do a lot of finger pointing, but don't look at the thumb that's being pointed the other direction.
I apologize to Cole Urban. I hope he has a fantastic outing. And, he's not thinking about this interview that he did with our show at all when he's out there on the mound.
He's
He
not thinking
might
about
now.
you, not the interview.
What?
He's
He
not
might
thinking
now.
about us.
When
He's
you,
thinking
when
about
you
you.
see him stomp out that RD in the mound, he's gonna be
Yeah,
thinking
that's
about
what-
it.
Hey, so a couple things here. First off, D. Porter, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh,
So as we talked about this right now in the update, CJ Abrams bobbles the ball, keeps the inning alive. Maybe there can be some 2-out lightning. We'll talk about the importance of defense. I
We'll
think
see.
we didn't have a chance to really talk about what was going down on the farm as much yesterday.
Mhm.
So maybe in between this inning, we could talk a little bit about, because I see a comment here. They're saying Jackson is still struggling, which you guys, we talked about this more in depth, but I
We
want to
did.
see how this inning kind of finishes out. 1-2 count.
Said he
Said to keep
pop out.
battling. Keep battling, maybe. But I think there is something, because also we do have an update. Austin Hayes started a rehab,
Yep.
yeah.
which we want to talk about here in a little bit. He is at Bowie, and I think one of you guys can give the update on what's going on right now.
Indeed.
But to give you guys context, at least for the game tonight, as we're watching it, this Nats team, this is actually, there are two guys they have throwing are the guys you want. And actually, as we speak, Williams gets out of it. So 2 scoreless innings for Williams, makes said chase. The error doesn't hurt the Nats here. Okay. Why don't we talk now about that, about what's going down in Norfolk here? So we'll start there, and then we'll go to the Austin Hayes update. If people were expecting that Jackson was going to go down there and hit 330 for the rest of the season when he was called up, I think they're pretty mistaken on that.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard thing to expect. There's no doubt he's having a little bit more of struggles. And I think the one thing we want to talk about is that is normal. And quite frankly, I love that he's struggling. And people might say, you're like, Ryan, why do you want a young kid to struggle? How much do you learn a lot from the failures? You learn a hell of a lot more than you do from the successes.
Yep.
And when you're a guy that's super young and super talented, where everything has, for the most part, gone his way, you need to have those moments of uncertainty. You need to have those second guesses. And personally, to me, there are some mechanical flaws, but I think this is safe to say, whoever wants to talk next, and Brad, you can do it. It's a mental thing. And we go back to it. I can remember what I was doing at 20. I just got drafted and started my pro career.
Yeah.
For you, I don't know exactly what you were doing at 20, right?
Things I shouldn't have been doing, probably.
Well, exactly. So, and here's a guy that it proves the point, right?
Yeah.
This is a guy that's being asked to be the best player in some cases, in some people's mind, on the best team in the American League. And that's an unfair expectation, even for a number one prospect.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we talked to Mike Elias about this, and he specifically said that, you know, when you have a phenom such as Jackson Holliday that's experienced nothing but success his entire baseball career, it's advantageous to see him experience a little bit of adversity. And that's what he's going through right now. And I would love to be able to talk to Matt again about, you know, that whole process and how he's talking Jackson through everything. But look, at the end of the day, we've seen it. Every All-Star that even recently, Aaron Judge was in a pretty terrible slump. Cedric Mullins right now isn't batting all that great. What are we going to do? Just send him right on down? No, that's not how that works. So with the way that the Orioles are playing right now, I think it's more of an advantage for Jackson to be able to take his time, get things right again. And then when they bring him back up, I think he's going to be just fine. We saw this with Colton Cowser last year. So I think that we're going to see a very similar thing with Jackson.
Yeah, and the other part too, and just to touch this home, and we can go around if we want to talk about it. The young guys, they're lottery tickets to me. Or if you're feeling lucky, maybe they're chips you want to bet on right here. What do you got? You want to?
Randall just put up here. I like this. He says 6 hits, 15 walks, and 31 plate appearances. Telling me that Jackson's seeing the ball better and more selective. He's on base every other at bat. I don't see a problem here, and I'm missing something.
So I think that's great. So the actual part, even though he wasn't getting the walks in the big leagues, he was having some very competitive at bats. Yeah, he just was swinging and missing at balls in the zone. So what I mean by that is everyone's seeing it. To me, that's not a velocity issue. There are guys that throw just as hard, if not harder, still in the minor leagues. He was tensing up a little bit, but he wasn't so jumpy on pitches. Like, he was taking balls that were this far off the plate. Rocco likes to do this a lot, but there's something right there where when you're able to take a tough pitch, and we say good take, like people say hell of a take. Jackson has having hell of takes. It's just he's missing the ball that he usually drives. And I think that's the point here that we're trying to drive home. And I think that's why I'm not worried about it. What I want to see is Jackson relax a little bit. And is it fair you guys are seeing so far? What do the best hitters do? And I'm going to this is homework for the table over here, and I'm going to switch it over there. What is the best thing you see from hitters? What's a quality if they're going to have success? Where are they hitting the ball?
All over.
Right?
In the gaps. Gotta go gap to gap.
Going gap to gap. That was something right now. If you see when Jackson Holliday, when things are going wrong, his body's falling over outside, right? He was pulling balls. He had a couple balls that were hit all right, but his game used the big part of the field because he has the ability to use the big part of the field. When Jordan Westberg hit his home run the other day, where'd Jordan hit it?
Oppo
Taco, baby. You're a better hitter when you use the whole damn field. And I think that people need to remember that this is a guy that's still trying to figure that out. So, having said that, as we talk about it, Winker went from first to second on another stolen base.
When did Jesse Winker become fast?
I know.
Damn. Well, let's be honest here also. Corbin Burns does not lead the league in holds and holding runners on at first base.
Yeah.
He's got to be probably one of the last ones when it comes to time to home plate from first. But am I missing anything else there? I know we didn't get a chance to talk about Kobe Mayo, and I know Kobe Mayo's crushing it. But the point I was getting at, guys, these are lottery tickets of guys. But there's a reason why guys right now in the big leagues are getting more run is because you know what you have with them. And a guy like Kobe Mayo, even though he's crushing it, the Orioles aren't going to commit to him playing every day. So you got to keep that in mind before the move gets brought up for him to come to Baltimore.
Yeah, and, it just takes time, too. I mean, Jackson tore his way through the entire Orioles minor league system and didn't get a ton of at-bats at AAA before coming up. And so he had to adjust to this major league pitching, which you don't see in the minors. I mean,
Right.
there's barely any, if any, major league pitching in the minors. So
right.
he goes up there, he struggles, but I do think we saw even the defense was coming along. I mean, we saw his defense get better. So to me, he goes down, he's struggling. It just sometimes you got to fail and fail again to experience success. And we've seen Jackson have a lot of success coming up through the system,
Right.
but it's not all going to be sunshine and rainbows when you're talking about a guy who is still 20 years old. And we've seen this trend with Orioles players. We talked about Colton Cowser. You see guys like Gunnar and Adley, even these stars who struggle at first coming up a bit, and then they find their way. It's similar timeline for some. It's a little different for others. But at the end of the day, the Orioles have a good one in Jackson. It's just going to take him a little time. And I think it was never realistic to expect him to come up and immediately hit 330 or do something along those lines.
Well,
so you got to just figure it out. And he's figuring it out as he goes.
Yeah. And last thing, how many Orioles hit 330 last year?
None. I don't
Huh.
think- yeah.
Zero?
this-
I believe in Major League Baseball, there was under 10 or 11 players in all of baseball that hit over 300. You could fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure to give you the context. And as we're talking about this, the Orioles are down 1-0. I'm not saying it's the City Connect jerseys yet, but it might be.
We're
The
getting there.
National City Connect jerseys I like theirs, by
I
the
do
way.
too.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
talked about the
They look
Rays
real
ones
good.
a little earlier in the week or a couple weeks ago. This Zach, you like the skateboard Ray?
Yeah, the skateboard race, sick.
It is awesome.
But Nationals do have the best City Connect
Yeah,
jerseys
I think
out
the
there.
Nationals ones are awesome.
Yeah. And also, while we're doing it right now, runner on first base, no outs, 1-0 Nats. Rocco, you got an update on Austin Hayes' rehab down in Bowie, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Austin Hayes, he hit a 2-run Jimmy.
Home
I
run.
don't know what inning. Yes, well, it could also be called a Jimmy. It could be called a Jack. It could be called whatever you want to call it, Zach. What do you call them in your the team you play for?
Nukes. I hit
Well,
nukes.
you don't hit those. Bottom first. So it was Austin Hayes for him, his first plate appearance. Runner on second, and he goes yard over the left field wall down there in Bowie. Anyone that's familiar with that ballpark, that ball's in the trees. Never going to be found again. So it's a big boost of confidence for Austin Hayes, considering what he's gone through this season. And it'll be nice to see a healthy Austin Hayes be able to come up and help contribute to the Orioles this season.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing is Austin Hayes' time to help the team it's coming. Again, a guy that over the last 3 seasons hasn't hit below 250 over those 3 years. He has averaged 18 home runs and over 30 doubles. That's a lot of damn production that you're doing and what you need if you're going to have success. And right now, I was going back to that conversation I had about in 2023 for qualified hitters in the big leagues. Do you guys want to take a guess at how many hit over 300 in the big leagues last year?
Hit over 300.
For the season?
Yep.
12.
I want to say
12.
Is that do you know that or?
No, I'm just totally
I'm
guessing.
gonna go with 5.
I'm gonna say 15.
I said 12.
7.
You were the closest, Brad. 8.
Oh,
Shohei Ohtani, 1. Bo Bichette, 2. Mookie Betts, 3. Cody Bellinger, 4. Or sorry, it's 9. I was right. Sorry. Ohtani, Bichette, Betts, Bellinger, Seager, Diaz, Freeman, Acuna, and Luis Ariz.
That's South Carolina education right there. Really coming into,
Do you really want to get going on this, Rocco?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we talk about it, though, Austin Hayes is a guy. These are production of players. You're going to need Austin Hayes down this stretch run here because he can help in a lot of different ways. And as much as we've loved what Cowser's doing, Cowser's great. He's a fantastic player, but he's going to have his ups and downs too, especially all young players do. And as we're talking, another guy's taking off on a 3-2 pitch.
Oh.
Oh,
All right, moved him over.
Just a hit and
Got
run.
the out.
So those that don't know right there, 3-2 count, no outs, usually a good time to run. If you want, stay out of the double play, make something happen. The Nationals do that. If that was a line drive, it would have been the best case scenario, but it's not. Nats are in scoring position right now early on. Not too concerned with it, but hey, look, Burns, if there's anyone on the Orioles staff that can get things going and keep things down, it's got to be Corbin Burns. But I'll tell you what, guys, I really do like this Nats team. It's where my career started. I like that they are going to be gritty. They're going to be frisky.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time, but they have some guys here that are brewing down, especially in the minor leagues, that can really help them upcoming. So I'm getting caught up here for a second. Oh, there it is. Cutter, 94. right down Broadway.
I do have a poll up, by the way.
Yeah, you got a poll, please.
Yeah. So while we're watching Corbin deal here, there is a poll up that is only 2 options this time. It's a would you rather.
Oh no.
Would you rather move things with your mind or be able to mute people in real life?
Wait, I didn't hear any of that. What'd you say?
Would you be rather move things with your mind,
Okay,
or be able to mute people in real life?
Mute people in real
Like-
life?
Yeah,
like-
mute.
Like you guys do
I
to
would
me.
love to mute you
Yeah, I know you would.
all of
I
the
think-
time.
I'm moving
Many
things with
people
my
would.
mind. 100% moving things with my mind. Just because.
Yeah, that's what I would pick. I feel like that's just like
You just would rather have the force.
yeah. I feel like that's like you can use that in so many cool ways. I just don't know.
Yeah, I guess I could just move like a balled up pair of socks into Rocco's mouth to shut him up that way.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go with that too. The people. What did you say? What you'd rather do, Ryan?
I would definitely like the be able to with your mind. Because same thing. You talking about laundry? I got to get way better. Laundry is Westberg, Westy with a fantastic play at second to get out of the jam here in the second. Do we know how good Westberg is? By the way, we'll finish with that. But yes, that is my thought. Moving with the mind. No doubt about it.
73% of the votes said move things with your mind
Yeah,
as
we're
well.
did you
That's
talk
the end of that poll. Make sure you guys are sticking around for more.
I think
as
moving
well.
moving things with your mind. That would be mine as well. Were you just talking about Westberg?
Yeah, Westberg just made a fantastic play. Dude, are people picking up how good he is?
Can I bring up the stats?
You can.
From heading into this game where
Yeah.
he was ranked, or as of what was the 6th, like 2 days ago, or was that yesterday? I guess yesterday.
Yep.
So among third basemen in all of Major League Baseball, hits, he's tied for 5th. Triples, he's tied for 1st. Home runs, he's tied for 4th. RBIs, he's 3rd. Total bases, he's tied for 2nd. Stolen bases, he's 5th. Slugging percentage, he's 3rd. And WAR, he is 5th.
What
So-
does he do, Zach?
What's that?
All he does is produce.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
You can
All
use
he
that
does.
Picture I photoshopped the other day ever? Or no, was that not
No.
good enough? Stupid.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe one day I'll use it.
Maybe. I just want to feel loved in my life.
Yeah, and guys, there's a good chance here that Westy has the ability to be one of the highest offensive producers on the team. So when people are talking about who you want to replace them, and I know people are saying, get Ramon Arias off the team, which I'm not going to keep going down this rabbit hole with people on that conversation because Ramon knows his role. And actually, since the beginning start where he was ice cold, he's picked it up. He really has. But Jordan Westberg's not just some regular guy, guys. Like, he is a guy that I think is a cornerstone foundation for this piece. And I'm very bullish on him. I'm not going to be surprised if he can be an all-star this year. Now, I know we know how the all-star game selections are, but when you look up at his numbers, I think I talked with Freddie Gonzalez about this, the bench coach for the Orioles. And he goes, you might look up at the end of the year and not understand how good he is, but you're not going to be surprised when you actually go back and review his season. Does that make sense? Like, he's not going to wow you going, well, damn, there's Westy again. Damn, there's Westy again. It's going to be, oh, wait a minute. Westy's numbers were that good. And then you go back and go, oh, wow, he had it homer here, homer there, clutch here, clutch there. It will make sense to you, but that's not going to be the first thing on your mind.
Yeah, well, this is also why they felt comfortable enough to trade Joey Ortiz away, is because they understood that Westberg had this in him. And again, is he going to be a 35 homer, 130 RBI guy? I mean, not necessarily, right? But he's somebody that he produces, as Zach says, and he's someone that is just overall a solid, really good player that just goes out there and does his job every time. And it feels like in the big moments, he steps up when he's called upon. And he's helped the Orioles already in a bunch of games over the course of his career so far, which, again, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you're new to the channel here, hit that like, subscribe button. It's the Ryan Ripken Show on we have shows Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, impromptu Tuesdays, Wednesdays,
Oh, yeah.
Saturdays, Sundays.
Any day that ends in Y, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, really any other day
But
here.
not Christmas.
And Charles is ready to get that Ryan Ripken Show tattoo when we get the 20K on
There we
YouTube.
go. Love that.
I'm not saying that. You know what, Charles? I will fund it. I will be there.
Will
Yeah,
you get one as
I
well,
will.
Rip? I think it's only right that you match, basically.
What?
If someone
No.
gets a tattoo, you get a tattoo.
I don't think
No,
that's how it works.
The deal
I think it
was
is.
the
You
deal
already
was that
tattooed?
we would pay for it.
What?
The deal was that we would pay for it.
Yeah,
So this
So we're
is
paying for this tattoo.
All right.
and be there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get,
Right, but
and I'll tell you what,
this
Williams
is
is
the one.
absolutely dealing right
yeah,
now.
he's shoving right
And,
now.
and he's off to a very, very solid start here. Looks like a little bit of a slider cutter. Gunner gets a little bit long on. He'll probably be pissed. Maybe throw a bat in the dugout.
He
That's
looks
a whole different
pissed.
story. I'd be pissed too. I
He
would.
looks pissed.
But Williams off to a good start. 34 pitches through 3 innings. Not too shabby here. But we do this every, like I was saying all these times. But right now, we're live at the Hollywood Casino here in Charlestown Races in West Virginia. Charlestown, West Virginia. Again, it's about an hour and 15 minutes, especially if you're coming from Owings Mills, where we haven't even talked about the Eric DeCosta interview today. We're going to tease that here in a little bit. But it's close. And actually, guys, I am going to do some things I should after to test my luck after we're done the show here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think might as well. Actually, guys, in the comments here, what should we do? Should it be slots? Should it be blackjack? Should it be roulette? What we will do one as a group collectively, and we'll let you know how it goes here for the Ryan Ripken show. And may the odds forever be in our favor. What you got, Rock?
Are you guys have all seen Entourage, right?
Yes.
I would
Oh, yeah.
hope so. Kevin. Kevin.
You can continue. I'm not saying anything.
Have you seen Entourage?
Go ahead, continue.
You don't know if you've seen Entourage? Well, that's a no. I think it's when they go in as a group, and we probably should have done this as well.
Yeah.
Someone showed up
I think
late.
They throw down what is it?
I said someone showed up late.
Yeah, well, that's not our fault, honestly. But anyway, they threw down $50 or $100 on red or black. I forget which one it was, but if it hit, they knew they were going to have a good night. If it didn't, they knew it was going to be bad luck. You talk about superstitions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Sometimes whatever works.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm trying to get, because Zach, you have the polo. I'm trying to get Rocco and I to do the jersey swap, the shirt jersey swap at the casino. That viral
Oh, there
picture.
you
You
go.
know what I'm talking about?
They have to. They have to.
Yeah, but you spilled on yours.
You're not going to be putting it on. You're not going to be putting it on.
actually switch.
You hold it up like a jersey swap.
I'm doing a jersey swap.
Yeah, you hold it up like the picture.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
a couple things here, and Zach, you're a great kid. Former Oriole pitcher Zach Lowther, thank you. I put all my chips on Ryan. You're too kind. If you could, I would. But you know what, Scott? You're saying roulette, bet on black for the O's. Isn't that kind of a hex with the jerseys as the Orioles are scoreless through 3 innings? Just saying. You know, we're the other thing for a superstition, we're going to speak it into existence. Okay, the Orioles will score in the 4th inning.
There you
It's
go.
going to happen.
Yes.
I swear.
Zach Lowther's such a suck up, by the way. That's just ridiculous.
Well, this is where we actually
he needs to
know.
knock it off.
We figure out what's stronger, the Ryan Ripken bump or the City Connect curse. Which is stronger tonight?
But
What-
what bump
what-
do we have?
What's stronger? A group that likes to throw live shows at the Hollywood Casino,
Yeah.
and have fun with bets, or a group that's committed to somewhat supporting friends with cat birthday parties?
There's your answer right
Yeah,
there.
it's fair.
Everybody should know it. Just based
So
off
whoever
that.
didn't watch this-
I have not stopped laughing
Well,
at
are we
that.
gonna get the? Are
Hilarious.
we gonna put the
Oh, we're back.
poll, a cat party poll up?
Yeah, did you show your girlfriend the poll or not the poll? The
The
picture,
clip.
The what?
the picture,
What picture?
the thing that we did with you.
You mean like the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did
she
say?
watched it. She
What were her thoughts?
no, because I was gonna just let the show go and Ryan just say, "All right,
I was
we're
thinking of the
we're
poll.
getting out of here." But she was like, "I was looking forward to hearing the story all night. Like I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sad." And so I'm like, "All right, fine. I will subject myself to what is about to
So,
come."
so
to
she
make her-
bullied you. She bullied you into telling
Sure
that
did.
story.
Sure did.
I don't know if bully's the right word, but
That's what I saw.
I've been asked by Fat O's fan to turn the hat around, so maybe that'll bring some good luck potentially. I don't know. Would you like to do
Maybe.
this? I just did it because it was.
Can I say something one more time? I appreciate that all of you chose to look better on camera, but why don't we do that more often?
I just fine.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, we're not
go
talking
back.
about you, Kevin.
Okay.
because I have to wear a suit and tie for my actual job.
We're not asking.
I'm not
for shit.
asking for that. I'm wearing a black T-shirt
like
here.
to-
This is a staple
I
here,
like
and
to
it's got
dress
one
down.
button down, and we might take another button down to make sure we get some luck change
Fair,
for
I
the
might
team.
do a button down too. Yeah.
Please don't.
If I could take the tarp off, I would, but we're not going to do that. Whoa.
Okay.
Rocco smells.
Okay. Hey, while we're waiting for this, Corbin Burns starting off the 3rd. Can we talk a little bit about what we have coming on here with Oh, yes. Ramey, he is a backwards hat type of guy. Rocco is. He usually actually
So am
only
I, though.
keeps. The thing for us is we want to be able to see your
Oh.
face, Rocco, and sometimes it's a little bit more
That was a
challenging.
nice
Tilted
play,
up.
by the way.
Can you
That's
see my
better.
face now?
That's better.
Look at this replay from Mountie. This is a heck of a play right here.
Okay, and I got to watch this.
Backwards.
Oh,
hat kinda
Ramon, that's
guy.
not
Now
easy.
look at the tag.
Seat of the car kind of guy.
Okay, this is actually
Oh, look at
perfect.
that.
This is perfect. This is right in my wheelhouse.
Does he get
Shout
the
out
tag?
the first baseman.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, he
it's
did.
on there.
Can I ask you guys what your job is as a first baseman? Do you guys want to know, or do you guys want
Stop
to tell
the
me?
ball.
Don't let the ball get past you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, for the first time, that was really good.
So stop the ball was not.
No. Stop the ball is not the correct answer. Here, your job is no matter what, first off, be a big target and make sure the ball doesn't get by you. Because if it is a bad throw, you don't want that guy going to second base.
It's why my first base career stopped after like second grade. I wasn't big enough to play.
Oh,
I
no.
agree. And as we do it, Corbin Burns
Oh,
feels his
another
position.
tag.
But for Mountie right there, Mountie's defense has changed drastically over the last year and a half. But right there, be a big target, come off the base. And if you're able to then apply a tag and get the guy out, it's a bonus. But what I love for Mountie, awareness of where the runners run down the line. Can't tell you how many times guys are not aware of where that guy is, and then you get trucked. I've been aware, and I've also not been aware at times, and it stinks. But to have the understanding of where the guy is, and again, that's the first out of the inning. That ball gets away, or it's a bad throw, and he doesn't get that tag. They're in business, and they've been stealing all day so far on Corbin Burns, but now it's 2 outs in the third. You're feeling a little bit better with Luis Garcia up at the plate. So while we're explaining that a little bit, well, Laura, Ryan After Dark might have to wait maybe in a couple hours. We'll see. But can we talk a little bit about ball 2 here, the Eric DeCosta situation?
Yeah,
We didn't really talk about that.
Coming out to channel members in less than 2 minutes now.
All right, so I got to
Let's do
tease
that.
it.
Let's do that real quick. So the Eric DeCosta interview for our channel members only is coming out in 2 minutes. You
Yes.
said.
Yep.
So then you have to wait even longer if you're not. So if you guys want to go see that, make sure you're hitting that join button next to subscribe. I'm loving the fact that our entire chat right now on YouTube is filled with green names.
Yeah.
And
What a community.
Ryan Ripken Show channel members. So loving that. If you guys aren't a part of that and you want to help support the channel, we got all kinds of equipment out here. It's been a shit show because we need to upgrade our equipment. So
Facts.
if you guys could help us upgrade our equipment here and bring you better content, a better show, make sure you're joining the channel. Hit that join button next to subscribe, and we would love you forever for that. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, I just wanted to tease the interview a little bit and just say, if you thought Mike Elias was disappointed in Rip for his hot dog take,
Oh my god.
Eric DeCosta was disgusted
Good.
with Ryan.
He actually let him off easy at first, and then he went just in.
It was hard to be in the same room
It seemed
after
like
that.
Rip, you thought he was on your side for a bit,
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You were like,
Yep.
yeah. And then like he just completely obliterated you. It was fantastic.
So you got
gotta
to
love him.
make sure you go watch that because it was hysterical.
It is live,
basically
by the
called-
way,
he
for channel
basically called
members.
you a child because
Yeah.
he said his 13-year-old son loves plain hot dogs.
It is
And that it's
officially
strange
live for
and
now for
weird.
channel members now.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Phil-
glad you guys explained the entire thing.
There are some crazy stories in there, by the way. Like there are going to
That was
be
on
clips
track.
we put out on
Some
social
really
media.
good stories that he even
Crazy.
admitted nobody else knows.
Yeah, I was sitting like that, because I was doing like making sure it was all running.
Yeah.
And from backstage, I was like mouth open, like, oh my god.
What was it, Kevin?
I do want to just
Oh, Kevin's like, what sports moment had you like that? Show the face again.
You're a good kid.
Anything for content.
Oh,
actually, Joe, I'll give it to we did not, Joe. He actually just had
He
that.
did.
When he walked in, he said he needed the energy for the show.
Did you guys save that last Red Bull that Joe sent for me? Is there one? left?
There's a whole box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can't wait to
He got
know,
so
open it. And
Dude
just
hooked us
pour it
up.
out on the live stream, and then open another one and just pour it out on.
That
the
would have
live
been a
stream,
great first
then put Joe in
impression,
timeout, then
Rocco.
pour another one out on the live stream.
Hey, Marcus, since you're tuning in here, for the people that are tuning in, we got a lot of people tuning in for this game right now on the channel and on X. We appreciate you guys. We are not at Camden Yards. We are not down at Nationals Park. We're at the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia, which is only about an hour and 15, hour and a half with traffic from Baltimore or the DC region. We came from the castle today to come right up here to do the show, and it took us an hour and 15 minutes without traffic. I mean, stop traffic. That's how easy it is. So we're doing a show up here. We have a lot more that we have planned maybe coming up here, but we're also trying to get our feet wet. It took a while, and I'm not even on the damn screen. There it is.
Yeah. Thanks.
But in all honesty, there's a lot of things up here, and it's actually I'm glad we're able to have this for. I'm glad I could be here for Kevin's first time.
Kevin O'Wowzers.
And Kevin was here. It's his first time
It's
up
been
to a
a-
casino in
Wow.
general.
Yes, fun time so far. I walked in with my casino shirt, and I felt like I belonged.
Well, you know what I love too, if I to be completely honest, I am so like this is actually the worst nightmare for having Rocco because there are so many different things going on. The amount of TVs that are everywhere, the amount of games.
Oh, dude.
We specifically only are allowing 2 games on right now: the Celtics versus the Cavs, and then the Orioles Nationals because
Yeah.
there's too much stimulation
Yeah,
for
I
Rocco.
can't-
I'm twitching.
I
I'm
can't
twitching right
talk
now.
basketball right
It's
now.
very hard for me to function and like pay attention to one thing at once, but I'm trying to stay locked in and focus on you guys. Trying to look at Brad the whole time, but it's very tough. Very tough to do that. So
I'm not great to look at.
no, you're not.
But so
Brad, you do have great hair though.
Oh.
You do have the best hair on the show.
We
But
did get
overall-
some-
Apparently, Kevin does.
That's absolute. Kevin does have great hair.
Kevin
but I
did
still
win.
think it's
Thank you.
Brad.
Kevin did win. That's
Thank
true.
Brad's got some flair to his.
I was the underdog, but I somehow pulled it out.
The buzzer beater.
By the way, Jamal Murray was not suspended for Game 3. It was fined $100,000.
There is another poll out, which we will be covering in between the 4th inning here, and there's a heated debate in the comments about over this poll. So I'm very interested about this.
I'll tell you what, right now, I've been really impressed with Williams
Boys,
start this game.
Does this not feel like a game that the Orioles are trailing up until like the 7th inning, and then something just clicks as usual, and they just score 3 runs, take the lead, and the rest is history?
Yeah, I gotta ask. Maybe nobody knows this, but I definitely did not do my homework on the Nationals bullpen. Bullpen, any decent? Are they decent? Is it one of
Yeah,
those
so-
things where we get to the bullpen and
They, as Bobby Blanco talked to us yesterday, he said it was if you get their A bullpen, so like their top guys, their
yeah,
the Hunter Harveys in them, then it is decent, but they do have some issues. That's why the Orioles need to get Williams out. I can't even see his pitch count.
It's not high. It's in the 40s,
47.
47.
Yeah, this is not ideal.
yeah.
Not ideal at all.
Well, so that's the thing right now. Their overall for their bullpen for the Nationals is not a strength for them. And overall in baseball, they're towards the bottom tier of team ERA in general. Now, they do have some pieces at the back end. We talked to Bobby Blanco of Masson is a Nationals insider. And he was saying, I mean, they do have some guys down at the end. They had Harvey that leads in holds. I believe Finnegan's tied for saves in all of baseball. But
Well-
but they should overall. This is a team that is they need their starters to go deeper.
Yeah.
And if they're able to do that, that's an advantage to them because the Orioles have done a great job of exposing teams' overall bullpens as the games have gone on.
Well, if it looks like to me that if there's a guy to do that, it's going to be Williams with an ERA at 2.06. This has got to be their ace, correct?
Yeah,
No.
I mean, well, they don't. I wouldn't say they have a bona fide ace to say that.
No, but I mean, if they were going to have a guy on their rotation, this is the guy.
They're having the 2 guys that they want to have throw in this series. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So when we're looking at it, I want to make sure
I would
Oh.
say Mackenzie Gore is probably their ace, and we kind of talked to Bobby about that yesterday. As man, Trevor's just mowing
Yeah,
down
he-
this
He
lineup.
really is.
I'm not. We're not going to say it because we're going to manifest some good thoughts here. We're going to
Look at the
manifest
spin
some
on
good
that ball.
thoughts.
God damn.
And as I say that,
All right, who we got?
shots.
Who we got up?
Shot. Anybody want shots?
Shot.
I'll be honest, I was trying to watch the camera move from wherever, but my computer died while turned on again. That's why we appreciate the channel members because this thing is 11 years old. What do you got?
Jeez.
It's still on you?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
it's still on me. I was
All
just
right, I can't even tell with the
rough.
switcher
Hold on,
right now.
Hold on, Rip. Here you
Am
go.
I good? No, we're good. Am I able to talk?
yeah, you're
Yeah,
on.
you're
It's
good.
on
You're
you.
good.
Perfect. Oh, we're making it happen here. Okay, there we are. There we go. Yep. So far, no bueno, but yes, laptop died while plugged in. That's why we'd appreciate with all the channel subscribers. The reason why is so we can continue to put out better content. And for those that we just heard talk about this with Eric DeCosta, we took up our whole studio from our it's not a stationary thing that we have here, but we make it stationary with what we have.
Yeah.
And it was great. Shout out to Brad and Zach and Kevin doing the clipping right there. And then Rocco went out to buy an extra mic stand for us. It's true. It was scary times for him to get out there, but he did it for us. And
It was a group effort.
It was a group effort,
You
and
owe
we
me
appreciate it.
$80. You owe me $80. You'll be getting the Venmo request tonight.
You can invoice me.
Okay.
How about that?
I thought
Thank
that
you.
Rip
Sounds good.
just blatantly left Rocco off that at
I
first.
thought he did too.
I was like, wow.
It is what it is.
You know, but
So
so
here we go. We're in the middle of the inning here, and so I wanted to bring up today's our next poll, and that is the best Sylvester Stallone movie of all time. How many of you guys are familiar
best-
with
the best what movie?
Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, dude.
What do you got? What do you got?
Come
what do you
on.
got?
It's where, Brad, where'd I
What?
go to school?
I know, but listen, it's a trick question for you, my man, because I know you're a Philly guy, but there are 2 Philly movies on here.
Okay. Well,
If you could take a guess of what they are. Obviously,
you
I
got
put
Rocky.
Rocky 4, but Creed is also on here as well.
Are you considering them technically 2 franchises, Creed and Rocky?
Yeah, because Creed was completely, I mean, not completely,
It
different, but
was,
you know what I
but
mean.
I look at it as a continuation or like still a sequel. I know it's a different because I get it because Michael B. Jordan is like the main character
Yes,
in that role,
correct,
and
correct.
Sylvester Stallone is still in that. So I view
Right.
it as a part of the franchise, but like an add-on.
But I chose
get
a
it's
specific
different.
Rocky movie, and I chose Rocky 4.
What's that?
I chose a specific Rocky
Oh, yeah.
movie, but it was Rocky 4. So I did Rocky 4, Rambo, First Blood,
Okay.
Creed, and The Expendables.
Oh, Rocky 4, hands down. Rocky
Yeah.
4 is honestly this might be a hot take for me. Out there, Rocky 4 is my favorite Rocky movie out of
Me
the
too.
franchise.
Me
It's
too.
fantastic because of the character arc, because of
Yeah.
everything that happens in there.
Yeah.
Because Ivan Drago, he's such a great villain
Oh, yeah.
in that movie. Rocky 1 was fantastic.
Yeah.
2 is great as well, but like for me, it would probably go 4, 1, 2, 3, and then take 5, crumble it up,
Yes.
throw it out the window, and never talk about it again. Just
It doesn't
burn that
exist,
VHS.
actually. It does not
Yeah,
exist.
Terrible.
We do have a new channel member, Charles.
Hey.
Appreciate you. Welcome to the Holy Shirts and Pants Club. Go watch that Eric DeCosta interview. Let us know what you think.
yeah, so that one came out. And one thing I actually want to say about that with Eric DeCosta with the Baltimore Ravens, for those again, general manager of the Baltimore Ravens, what I take away from all this is a guy that really cares about the Ravens. There's a story in there specifically. If you look and watch how he speaks about it, you understand how much this man cares about Baltimore and how much he cares about bringing a championship back to the city, right? That's the goal. The other thing that I love that you can see is how calculated he really is with making these decisions, right, Kevin? And there are so many things that go into draft, and people are going to say, well, wait a minute. I'm not a guy that wants to overkill the obvious questions. We're not going to continue to talk about what happened last year. Why didn't you run the football enough? Yada, yada, yada. I want to know exactly what goes into the mindset. And I think, Kevin, Eric gave us a really good in-depth of what goes into his mindset, including, we're not going to give away anything, but including the NFL draft.
Yeah, and no team's plan A is what actually happens. You go plan B, plan C, plan like all these different because teams you're competing against 31 other teams. So I mean, I've talked about it on Locked On Ravens. We've talked about it here. You have to be prepared for anything to happen. And I don't know what Zach and I think they were fighting. Just
No.
You want to explain?
Yeah, no, in the background of Ryan talking right then, you just see this hand from Brad reach in the background and then slowly bring the chicken tender tray across.
Shout out.
Yeah. That was so
Tenders are on point.
Yeah, you want to
I
talk
have
about
a-
someone? Yeah, you inhaled your burger, buddy, in about 2 minutes.
Bro.
I said, give me that.
Yeah,
Give me that.
give me that.
yeah,
We're not
faster
going
than
to
I
talk
finished the
about
beer,
how.
except the beer's on the floor. That's why it was finished.
I said,
Give
So-
me that.
So this is just so right where we're at right now is just the sports book side of it, where we're just chilling out. And again, there's a lot. If I was staying up here the whole night, I would have a day,
Yeah.
an absolute day. But it's in the best case that I need to go back because actually going to be on 105.7 tomorrow from 10 to 2. So tune in there. But we're gonna, in general, I'm now I'm turning out like Rocco. I'm getting so distracted by you.
Yeah, Rocco has been just
I'm out of control.
a distraction the
apologize.
entire time.
Well, you know what it's about.
He's flicked me in the ear like 4
Dude, there's a
times
lot
off
going on for
camera.
me
Can't
in
take
my
him
head
anywhere.
right now. It's like,
So
if you could be inside of my head right
Uh-oh.
now, it's
Uh-oh.
like a tennis match going
I think
on.
he's just drunk. He's
There
a
you go.
lightweight.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
End of the fourth.
Oh,
Washington's
Tua.
still leading by 1.
Dude, that's ridiculous. That does not sound typical. Relax.
did you just get
buddy.
called out by a friend?
Yeah, that's my buddy. Yeah.
He-
Yeah.
It's facts.
Yeah. It's listen. It was the best part was I was over here eating my food while like everyone else was like putting things together. and I
Everyone
felt
else
like the
was
biggest
working.
Scumbag in the world. I asked. I said, "Can I help with anything?"
I
And
didn't
then
hear that.
and then we
I
gave
didn't
him
wanna- I
tasks.
didn't want to bother Brad because he looked like if I went over to him and said "boo," he would have like
Oh,
snapped
punch you in
on
the
me in
face.
2 seconds.
There-
Rip was doing his own thing. Kevin and you were working, and then me, I ate all my food before everybody, not doing a single
just-
shred of work.
He literally just at one point he just is. You look over as we're all like, "Where are these cords? Where are these cords?" And Rocco is housing his burger in the
I
corner.
got like it was like a burger with like it had some heat to it. It was like some Chipotle, some pepper jack, and like food's fantastic here. If you guys ever get
Yeah.
a chance to come out
Yeah.
here, like definitely get the food. Kevin, you had
Well,
the,
you know what?
does Kevin look like a traditional wings guy or does he look like a boneless wings guy?
Well, I don't know what he
He's
ordered.
boneless.
Boneless.
1,000%.
He got boneless.
That's the
He
only
is
thing
the
that
adult
Kevin.
chicken nuggets guy.
That's the
Real-
only thing
real
that Kevin
wings.
and I can
Real
get
wings.
behind.
Yeah.
I like my regular wings, but I will down some boneless.
Oh, I
Some-
did.
I
Some
can
boneless
get
buff.
behind some
To
boneless.
Kevin, they're little chicky nuggies.
Nah, they're
Chicken
real
nuggies.
wings. Real
They are
wings.
not real wings.
So the other part too is, guys, by the way, and maybe this will be a field trip if you guys behave. We'll come back here when they have some events that are in town that they have concerts, comedians, entertainment. If you
races.
guys are really nice, horse racing here too.
Yes.
That's what we gotta do.
Yeah.
one
Oh my
time.
goodness.
That's what we're
Yeah.
gonna gamble on sometime.
100%.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I'm in for that. I'm in for all of that, by the way. And again, in the future, when there's more things that are lined up for the baseball season, we're moving to football. There's so many more ideas that we can have that go involved with it. And we think, again, easy, it's simple. And honestly, you know, that was the thing is I'm kind of regretting I do just want to sleep here tonight. There's a lot of great options. And that's what I was saying. If you behave, Rocco, because everyone else, most part, will. There's 2 other restaurants here. I was going to take you to a nice steak dinner. Not anymore,
What?
but
what?
next time I might.
What?
You're gonna
Wow.
take me tonight?
No, not anymore.
Well, were
Not-
you? How can I get back in your good graces?
He is so hurt right now.
What do I need to do?
Rocco's almost as hurt as when I told him that when I mistyped the Stuggies hot dog
Oh,
that I said
yeah.
it was the first time I meant first of the year. And you would have thought I stabbed Rocco in the back.
You did. You absolutely did because I remember the first time you had a Stuggies hot dog and it was with me and 2 other people and I forget who was there, but I remember you because the picture was 4 hot dogs from Stuggies, the crab mac on them, and it was Stuggies hot dogs. Great. Crab mac and cheese is goated. And you just like forget about the good times we have clearly. You weren't even going to mention me tonight. And you know, Joe's going to say something stupid in the comments like I'm making it all about me right now. But you know what? I am because I'm hurt. So go ahead, Joe. I'm not even looking at the screen, but I know it's coming.
No, actually, he's making fun of Brad for saying Arkansas.
Said what?
Arkansas?
I did say Arkansas.
Yeah, no, he's saying Arkansas is a big no-no in Arkansas.
Hey, so
Well, I'm not in Arkansas, so fuck
Yeah.
off, Joe.
hey, and Don says not that it's a bad thing, but Rocco's mic is a little low. That's not a bad thing
I
at
think
all.
that was planned.
Now try it.
Yeah, thanks. What?
Yep.
Now?
I turned you up.
Now?
Yep. Maybe.
Am I good?
we
Am
were
I good,
muting.
Don?
We were muting you with our mind. So, but as we speak right now, Williams keeps dealing. They do have Garcia up in the bullpen,
Whoop, whoop.
left-handed pitcher for the Nats,
Whoop,
but
whoop.
this isn't going well too far. Brandon Hyde's pissed about the pitch, though. Here we go. I'd be mad too.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
ball.
it's full count too.
Oh, that's close. Never mind. I'm not
That's
that
too
mad.
close. Yeah. Go either way. Oh, here we go. He's gonna get
I
tossed.
haven't seen every Corbin Burns pitch, not gonna lie, because I'm looking at you guys. Has he been getting those calls?
I've seen on Twitter
Because
there's a big
if Corbin's getting like the low calls, the O's are in the money. I mean, I love when he gets those calls like right on the border. That's just like, boom, great frame job as well. Love it for them, but I don't know if it's a case of that tonight with the umpire. I haven't really, we've been going back and forth. I'm going to be honest with you, so let us know in the chat.
Well, Rocco was going back and forth in the car. I'll tell you that.
What's that?
You were going back and forth in the car, on the way here
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
were you now?
Doing what? Doing what?
with a driver.
No, I wasn't. No, you know what? You know what? Can I say something without taking up too much time?
He is a
No,
spicy driver.
I am a Pennsylvania driver. Okay, the drivers in Maryland, they're not the best in the world.
They're better than Pennsylvania drivers.
Yeah.
I strongly disagree.
I'm
Of course you
sure.
would.
strongly disagree.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Number two, okay, I get we didn't realize that because I don't take,
$6.95.
yeah, I don't take $6.95 to get here all the time. I'm not taking, so I wasn't sure where the exit was coming up. Maybe it was on me for not reading the signs correctly. But we're coming up and we're in the exit lane, and I'm trying to kind of get over. It's standstill traffic.
Yeah.
Traffic has nowhere to go. And there's a tow truck behind me that's got 5 cars on it. Whatever. He's in the same position we are. And people are letting people in. I'm inching up. He continues to inch up. I got my blinker on. I'm inching up. He's continuing to inch up. I have my blinker on. So I'm to Kevin. I'm like, hey, man, I'm getting in. And he's like, he's not going to let you in. I was like, oh, you watch. He's going to let me in. I got in. Didn't cause any, it wasn't bad driving on my part. And I'm not an aggressive driver when it comes to that. Don't want anyone to think that. But he laid on his horn.
Yeah,
and I just looked at Kevin and I'm like, see? That's how you get in when you need to get in.
There were a lot of
So-
curse words in there that he left out, but we can.
I'm glad you got it in somewhere. It's good for you. I'm glad you got it.
Thank you.
So as we talk about this right now, Westy, just on cue, we talked about him earlier. Westy, 2-strike, really good pitch by Williams. Slider going away. Westy gets enough on it, hits a bullet to left center. And hopefully this can get something going. Let's manifest it. Steady's going to hit a homer right here. Manifest it. What do we think?
I hope so.
No, I hope so. He will so right here. If this happens, I will go to the bar and take a shot.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Now
Right
I
now.
really
I
hope
like that.
so.
Oh,
Okay.
great take. It's happening, guys. Get ready. 2-2 count here. O's down 1. But what I like about this is kind of what you got to understand with these games. You want to stay in it. You want to give your team a chance. Both Williams and Burns has given Baltimore a big chance to win these games. Great take.
All right.
You know what? You know what I
Another
love about Seti right now? He's looking more hitterish as it goes. He's fouled some tough pitches off. He's taking pitches that are not bad chase pitches. But right now, he's in the driver's seat. 3-2 count. Let's see if I think Westy's going to go right here. Yep, he's going. Seti fouls it off. All right. Let's see if he puts him in motion again. 3-2 foul ball. All right. Also, worst part is when you just bust your ass and it's a foul ball and you got to
Yeah.
go back and do it again. I know, Kevin, you can
They're
relate, right?
Oh yeah,
He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
there.
I was on the all walk team because my strike zone was so little they couldn't throw it in there.
Okay. Well, that doesn't surprise me at all, Kevin. All right, here we go. Steady home run right here.
Oh, hey,
No.
Brad.
Oh, he's still hanging, man.
Brad,
This is a
That's
hell
what
of
I'm
an
saying.
at
Like
bat.
back and forth. back
Brad,
and
you
forth,
and I
back
are on
and
both sides while they're going back and forth, and we watch this with the PA Maryland drivers. Who's
Yeah.
worse?
Yeah.
Can we both be in agreement that Virginia drivers are
They're
worst?
the most behaved drivers in all of America. You know why? Because if you go 5 miles over the speed limit,
That is
you
so-
are getting a ticket. No warning, no nothing. A ticket.
It's true.
Period.
True.
Yeah.
I got hit by they tried to get me with a ticket. What was it? They didn't even get my radar
in
on it.
Virginia.
In Virginia,
Yeah.
they didn't
Oh,
get my
yeah.
radar and said that I was going 20
Well, they
over
don't
the speed
follow
limit.
those rules over here in Maryland. I'll tell you that much.
Because
No.
they see it as no laws.
All right, Steady, go deep. He is
He's got-
grinding right
What is
now.
this pitch?
He
And
really,
you know what?
Heat
Westberg is so damn tired. He's run on every single foul ball.
Come on, baby. Come on,
Trooper.
Steady. Come on.
You know what? If there's one thing I want to change with Westberg's mustache is they do maybe a touch of gray. That's only if he starts to slump. A little touch of gray, only if he slumps.
Yeah.
Spice it up a little bit. Does he dare go again on the 4th straight?
There
Yep,
he
there he
goes.
goes again.
on another
Oh,
foul
my.
ball.
Westy, this is what we call getting your sprints in.
Yeah, that's-
He's done more sprints in this than Rocco has run in
You
the
know
last 4 years. Is that fair
Even-
to say?
I get
Even
my
if
steps
Seti
in.
gets
I
out
might not
here-
get my sprints in.
I
but
didn't say steps. I said sprints.
That's fair. I'm
This
not a big
is one-
sprinter.
This is one of those at bats that even if Seti gets out here, it's just a really good at bat. Like it'll suck if he doesn't get a knock here, but
But this is what you need kind of right
he's just
now.
wearing
So-
him down.
Well,
He's just
you
wearing
want to
him down.
get to him. You want to get that pitch count up.
Yeah, I mean, if Westy, like, again, this
Suicide sprints for Westy.
Westy, he's testing his condition. I'll tell you what, they ain't doing that sprinting down in spring training. Again? Yep.
Oh,
Did
no way.
Every fly ball
that looked like a home
off
run
the
swing.
bat looked like a home run.
Yeah.
That looked
I thought we were
broadcast.
taking
That looks-
shots.
Me too. I wanted to take shots so
I
bad.
really did. I was lined up. I was gonna get 5 tequila shots. That's the only choice. No other
you
choice.
can still do it.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is a 1-0 game in the 7th, and that's where the Orioles are going to just do their thing. It's going to happen. It's just one of those games where it's bound to happen.
Well,
they got Hickey out
Or
on
when,
the
they
mound.
take out, or when they take out Williams.
Yeah, they got Hickey out on the mound right now, talking to Williams. They got somebody warming up in the pen.
It was Garcia, left-handed bat or arm. Sorry. He's gonna keep grinding. Here we go. But that's what you need right there. And I know Sed's been struggling, and this is the thing that I like. And I know that the thing that you're also not going to say to Sed in there is, hey, good at bat, because he's going to say, screw you. It doesn't matter, right? But to me, that does, because he has been slumping a little bit since he was hot for those 8-game hit streak he was on.
Yeah.
But that's what you're going to need from a guy to get back going. Continue to battle.
It was a great at bat.
And the worst thing right now is you put Williams, who's a little bit more tired, like Urias being aggressive there.
Up the pitch count a little bit, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
that's what
what
you
was
need
that,
to do.
10 pitches?
Yeah. You know what? If it's not a Sed home run, the offer still stands for a Ramon Arias home run.
Are we just ready to say any home run at this point?
We might.
I wonder
I'm
if
not
there's
condoning that we take shots, but I'm
Any
not
any
condoning
strike
it.
thrown from Corbin Burns is a shot.
Rip, there's stats for everything in baseball, but I wonder if there's a place we can find the most like double-digit at-bats pitch-wise.
Yeah.
From like if we could find it easily, because you'd have to go in like box scores and like click on the at-bats and whatnot. But you know, being able to do that, underrated. Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, mid-inning. Poll, you ready for another one?
Sure, let it rip.
All right, another mid-inning poll right here is I can't do best gangster movie of all time, so I just chose 4 because I feel like there's just too many good ones. But of the 4 that I chose, it's close. It's close here. It's Godfather, Scarface, Goodfellas, or Denzel Washington's American Gangster.
Yeah. That's tough.
I think American Gangster is underrated. And Denzel was incredible in that movie. For me personally, I'm going Goodfellas. Out of this list is probably the best one.
It's
What do you think?
Do you
Ross?
want to
So
answer the
fantastic.
question?
Goodfellas is so fantastic, and I love that movie. But to me, it's The Godfather, and it's so long, but it's so worth watching. And then the second one as well is fantastic. But then you get to that third one, and you're like, why did you make a third movie? But The Godfather's so well put together, and just like that movie in general is great. But you look at the Goodfellas cast as well, and the heavy hitters that they bring in.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like it's a great movie. But I think Goodfellas to me would be a close number 2 behind Godfather for me.
Have you seen any of these 4 movies?
I've seen parts of The Godfather.
That's it?
Yep.
Kevin, have you seen one of these 4 movies?
I'm enjoying the basketball game.
Kevin's just
That
watching
leaves
some
you.
groups.
That
I
leaves you.
told
Rip.
you I'm not cultured in practically anything.
I know that Eric DeCosta might have roasted my ass today on some things.
he
We're not
put-
going to
he
get
put-
into. We're not going to get into it. Not going to get into it. But the one thing that I did realize is that he has seen more movies in the last 20 years
Yeah.
than you guys have, and movies that
Probably
you
a fact.
should know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
We'll
say
have
that's
to
a fact.
have some watch-alongs at some point for my first time seeing some classics. I think that'd be good.
A
Yeah.
watch along with Kevin watching movies would actually be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Probably so.
And again, if you're new to the channel, by the way, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. It's the Ryan Ripken Show. We're live at the Hollywood Casino in Charlestown. Charlestown races, not Charleston, West Virginia, which actually played minor league baseball there.
Oh,
Yeah,
There's
Against
a
the Dirty
Charleston,
Birds?
West Virginia.
there's a Charleston, West Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah.
were they the Dirty Birds at that point?
No, they were the it's gonna bother me. Oh,
It was something so
I
much
never
less
played
cool.
well there. It's the Pirates organization. and then it became the Marlins.
Yeah.
Bring up the logo, Zach, like you did with the last.
There was a guy there that they called the Toast Man that would start burning pieces of toast while you hit.
What?
Every time he got close to striking out. Yeah, only the minor leagues. And he'd go, fire up the toaster. And then everyone would chant it. And then he'd know like these ridiculous stats about you that weren't malicious. They would just be fun facts about you.
Okay, that's fair.
And he'd burn toast.
That's kind of cool. The one that ticks everyone off, college baseball wise. You guys watch the College World Series when it comes around?
Sometimes.
Vanderbilt Whistler.
Vanderbilt Whistler
Yeah.
It was the
I
West
wanna get
Virginia
him and
Power.
Joe
It was the
in a
West Virginia Power. Sorry.
in the room together because I
That's
feel
it.
like they would not like each other. I feel like Joe doesn't like that guy.
Did you
The
get toasted?
Vanderbilt
Rip?
Whistler.
Yeah, I did strike out. Actually, Mitch Keller on the Pirates. That's when I faced him.
What?
I struck out at, I think I was 0 for 4 that game with 2 punches. It's tough.
Yeah, did you get toasted, Rip? You're
That's-
being Essen.
That's what I just said, Rocco.
Yeah, but
No, did
okay,
you get like toasted by the guy?
oh,
what-
yeah.
What did he say about you? Is what I'm saying, not about Mitch Keller.
I can't
heard
remember
you.
all the things that the Toast Man said about me.
Yes, you do.
Dude, I the stories that really like stick out to me are ones that are like, oh, which ones? Let's see. I remember the one that like vividly, and it was actually in Aberdeen, and it was in a blank stadium. The blank stadiums you hear way more than when there's a full stadium because it's so magnified. So in Aberdeen, I've gotten roasted. The Toast Man was just talking about what my like average was when I first got drafted and coming off my first 2 injuries. Like he was just giving facts. He's like, okay, yeah, I sucked. Like, you know,
Whatever.
stop traffic. The Aberdeen one, I remember I made a throwing error and we lost the game. We would have won the game if I made the play. And I overthrew our closer. Ball goes past the first base. The tying run scores, go ahead run scores, and it is raining. And it was kind of like that moment in SpongeBob where you hear like they go like, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks." It was that, and then he just kept going after me for like a solid 8 minutes.
The guy in Aberdeen, right? Yeah, that you were just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You told me this story. If
Oh,
you'd like to
yeah.
elaborate more, you can. If you don't want to, that's also fine. Because
Oh, I mean,
I know this one good
I'm
and
an
well.
open book. He said, you know, just like our friend John Senior the other night, it was a disgrace to the Ripken family. I'm a disgrace, and
Gee, because you made an error.
oh
Wait,
yeah.
So this is the toast guy.
No,
This is a different one in Aberdeen.
no.
Oh,
We
I
got
was
into a
like,
different one.
oh my god, this toast guy is so
Are we
vicious.
getting
We're
up?
standing up right now. Appreciate you, Lettuce, for gifting
Thank you.
Ryan
Hey,
5.
why
Ryan
don't you
Ripken.
stand up over there, guys?
Well,
Oh,
Hey,
no,
what are
but
we,
Kevin,
why
that's
am I
so
the only one
short.
standing here?
my bad.
Appreciate you, Lettuce. Appreciate
Step
you.
back down. Step back down. On 3, you and I stand up, and we're about to see the difference. Ready?
3, 2, 1. Stand up.
What is with the short sack?
Can I stand up? Can I stand up and show how much taller than Kevin I am?
Not anymore. You had your chance.
He told Zach to stand up, not me.
You had your chance to stand up and prove that you weren't 5'4". Chance
All
gone.
right,
Yeah.
I'll do it with
No,
you.
no,
No, don't give him that satisfaction.
I'm not 5'4".
Oh, did he get him? Wow,
5'9".
that was close.
5'10" on a good
So
day.
as we're talking about this right now, still 1-0, man on first, 2 outs here. Burns had a really quick pickoff move, but Mountie had to go across his body to try to get the tag.
Yeah.
Didn't obviously turn out that way.
Throw was there in time, no doubt.
Yeah. People were really talking about your shorts, Zach.
I know.
It was,
I didn't know my.
you had some nut huggers going on
They're
right
talking
there.
about,
I know, when I-
casino shorts. Are those your lucky draws?
We'll see. I
Skies
hope
out,
so.
thighs out, right?
I hope so.
Right?
Wait, skies out, thighs
Skies
out?
out,
Yeah.
thighs out.
Guys out, thighs out.
Skies out, thighs out. Never heard of that?
Rocker's phrase
No.
is wake up.
No.
I've heard a lot of different things. I don't think I should
That's a
stay
new one
here.
Well, clearly you're not a locker room guy.
Don't get mad at me that Nick
Wow.
Moore and I are in agreement that you would not. I didn't say you couldn't be a locker room guy, like a good guy. You just wouldn't survive the locker
The-
room.
the
Oh,
fact
yes,
that-
I would. I 1,000% would.
The fact that you continue to bring it up just goes to show how insecure you are and how
I'm
you would
very-
still not make
I'm
it.
very
you know?
insecure.
correct.
Why do you think I wear
Which
a
is
hat
exa-
all the time, bro?
But you're proving the point, Rocco. You're
my hairline.
You're proving the point.
This is what would happen to you on there. Actually, I think did I miss it with it? Was it too many pickoffs or was it a balk? It was one of the two there with it. But now runners in scoring position. Was that Jacob Young right there?
Yeah.
It is, dude. Jacob Young. We talked to Bobby Blanco about it. The dude's got wheels. The dude is off to a great start this season, and he's wreaking havoc on the base paths. And so this is kind of what the Nationals can do to you. And this is what we talk about. You probably see with Gunnar Henderson quite a bit, right? Feels like he continues to take the extra bag. The Orioles in general, Jorge Mateo, a big reason. But this is a big one right here with C.J. Abrams up. 0-2 count. Can you put him away?
It was too many disengagements.
Here you go, Rocker. You ready for this?
There you go.
And that makes sense. You know what Corbin actually said? He goes, he doesn't give a hoot about disengagements. I think he was asked about that after a game. And he's like, yeah, shit don't matter to me. All good.
All right, so I don't think Young knew
No, he knew. So Young is just trying to.
Well, he's saying that
he's saying it was a.
he's saying that either
Yeah.
he's saying it was a balk or he didn't know the disengagements reset.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
did he just
it
say
don't-
he struck out on that?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, it
spun
don't
out
matter
on that.
because
Yeah.
Corbin
That's
just threw a
what Corbin
nasty
fought
curveball, got him on a check swing, and they're out of it.
Wow.
So here it is. Corbin saying, "Screw it, I don't care."
Oh
Oh,
yeah, he
he
did
Yeah, he
split.
went.
He went.
All right.
If I was still playing, yeah, I still would yell at the umpire for it. But Rocco, back to finish this up with you in the locker room. You're that type of guy that I think you would say something, then someone would say something you take the wrong way, get a little bit hurt by it, then say something behind their back, and then you're going to have one of the teammates coming right for your ass.
I did say something behind your back when I first was, it was said that I was having to work with you on, Sports Unlimited.
What'd you say out of curiosity?
I said, oh, great. I have to do a podcast with Fredo Ripken. And that's how I felt about it originally. But now I'm very happy we do a podcast together.
Should I be offended by that?
Yeah.
What?
You're like the brother that's an idiot.
Jesus, why do we have this guy on the show?
But so,
Ever.
you know what's the funny thing about this perception of stuff? So when people ask, when I say like openly now, go, hey, when people say I'm a disgrace or they get upset, whatever you say, it don't even get phased. That's what it's going about being a locker room type of guy. You got to be willing to have tough skin. If I said that to you, I don't think you'd be rolled
dude,
down in a corner.
I get roasted by all of my friends. I am the person that gets roasted the most out of
Yeah,
everyone.
you make
That's
it
why
pretty
I'm glad
easy.
we have Kevin, because we pick on him some and it takes like
Does.
some of it off of me. But in every friend group, it's ridiculous. Everyone.
It's because you
There's
try too hard, bro.
What?
You're trying too hard.
Yeah, I guess.
he just got so sad when you just said that. That's why he wanted to be a locker room guy.
I'm a locker room guy. I am.
Rocco just wants on his tombstone at the end
He
of
just
time.
wants to be
Locker
loved.
room
He
guy.
just wants a big old.
Oh man.
All right, so I'm going to manifest this. I actually think, and for those that are betting people out there, I think Gunnar Henderson is going to do something special here upcoming.
Yeah, Trevor Williams went 5 innings, 2 hits. I mean, he just had a great outing.
This is the biggest thing. 8 punches, 0 walks. You want to
Yeah.
talk about being efficient? That's efficient.
Yeah.
Now, again, that pitch count is help. When you get it up there, and now he's out of the game, and you got Garcia, I believe, is in the game now. That looks like Garcia. It is.
It's not an offensive game at all, Rip. 4 hits combined.
Yeah.
One total run.
Crazy fast.
Oh, and Gunnar, this might be right on cue.
Take strike 1.
Should we,
Goes
just,
on either
should,
way
we
there.
just, should we just all sing Sweet Escape in unison right now?
What?
Be great.
You know,
Gunner's
Kevin doesn't know that song, though.
Oh my God, Kevin.
Wait, which one? Like Gwen Stefani?
Yes,
Okay,
Kevin.
okay, then I do know. Yes.
So how about this, Kevin? If I could escape.
That really makes
Be
my own
sweet.
world.
Ooh, ooh.
And I could be your favorite girl
Forever.
perfectly together.
Together.
Ooh,
Tell
there
me
you go.
now, wouldn't that be sweet?
Sweet
I
escape,
could be
sweet
sweet.
escape.
Ooh.
See, I know that one. I know that one. I get,
That's
a,
pretty
I,
good.
I get a point for
That-
that. by the way.
Yeah. That was well done.
It's so sick when the stadium, after the music stops playing, they continue to do it. That's one of
Yeah.
the coolest things about Camden Yards when they do that. It's like, I mean, there's so much. Yeah, there you go. Keep doing
Yeah.
it. Here we go. Here we go. Yep.
If I'm all right, there it is. All right, so Gunnar, what I like right now against lefties, we just did a breakdown on Gunnar on the YouTube channel. So check that out if you want to
Two hits.
take a look.
2 hits for Baltimore. It's Adley in the first with his single, and then Westberg with his, and that's it.
Yeah. So to give context of what it is, as I want to see with Gunnar 0-2 what he does. So this is what I love right now is that 95-mile-an-hour pitch Garcia is trying to blow by him, and Gunner's seeing the ball well enough where he's not afraid to be able to just knock away a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to stay alive. He's trying to wait for that pitch, wait for a mistake. He got the mistake.
He's not happy.
He got the mistake up on the slider, but got a little bit too long and strikes out. But that's something, too, when he was feeling good, he's not afraid to wait on a heater longer. And you actually have seen it again. That's a pitch that he's mad about because that hung up there. That's one he puts deep into the seats.
Yep.
Bat got a little bit slow there. It happens.
A lot of orange in that crowd.
Yes, there is. Oh, that's way out.
No,
That's way out.
No.
Oh boy!
Terrible
Welcome
call.
to the Ump Show.
You know what? You know what you do on that too. Then if Adley wouldn't do it because he's too nice of a guy, I'm not. I would say, is that as far as it goes? Is that as far as it goes?
Damn.
Because I feel like that's way off. And then if they go, oh no, that's been there all night. You go, well, no, it hasn't. That's in the other batter's box.
I do feel like umps love saying that's been there all night. That's their go-to.
Yeah. Well, then the thing that happens is then Adley gets fooled on a changeup. Now he's down 0-2, and whammy, here you go. So.
Oh,
There's.
can't believe that wasn't a strike.
Yeah, surprised
What's
that
that?
one wasn't.
Strike 3, Angel Hernandez, right there.
And also, we talked about this. I don't give anybody for umpires. That's a job that I do not want, never want.
No.
It's never glamorous, and you're going to be criticized constantly.
Same changeup.
Goes
pitch.
back to it again. The O's look like they're on an off day right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
There's also the hard thing too when you swing the bat so damn well, and then you have to rest. If the Orioles are firing on all cylinders,
Right.
then there is such a thing as cooling off. And right now, they're being cooled off in this game. We got any comments about what's going on?
With
I was just
hi.
trying to check.
Oh, so yeah. So just Lettuce was just saying that High's going to lose it with the horrendous calls. Let's see here. We can go up a little bit. A couple other comments.
That hasn't been tossed.
Neat
this season,
pitching
has it?
challenges. So actually, Brandon, I'm glad you brought that up. So there actually are pitching challenges in the minors right now, and it's doing quite well.
If Hyde's been tossed this week.
It's very instantaneous. You challenge a pitch, it's pretty quick, and that's coming for the MLB. So kind of looking forward to that part of it. I don't want to take the human element out of it at all, but like being able to challenge pitches like that and being it done really quickly, I think it's going to be good for the game.
And you know who's facing lefties right now? Ryan O'Hearn. Hum now, Ryan. Oh, good swing. And for those who don't know, Ryan O'Hearn obviously does not get to face a lot of lefties. I like this. This is
If he even just gets a knock off this lefty,
Do we have that clip fired up if he does?
no. But
Can we get that clip fired up if he does? Or do we
hey,
not,
in between innings, by the way, we didn't even do the teaser clip, I guess, for DeCosta. Or we don't have to. It's already out there on social.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
The trailer.
It's
yeah.
alive and
I mean,
well.
I can play it. It's 8 seconds.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, that's gonna
Hum
be
now.
fun. Coming up. Oh,
That's
Ryan.
what we call a Doug Fister.
yeah.
Right off the hands. Well, there it is right now. The only damage that's been done so far is by the Nationals. 1 run, manufactured. And here they are, still winning this game. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, impromptu shows on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. It really feels like any day when something happens, we're going to talk about it. We're up here at the Hollywood Casino Charlestown Races. We're hanging out, and I might need to go take a rally shot. If I'm going to be completely honest.
I know there needs to be something to
I don't hate that idea.
get the team's vibes going or
Yeah.
something. I mean, what's most frustrating is when you look up and you realize both teams only have 2 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like the Nationals are out playing the Orioles. They're just they took advantage of one of the opportunities that they had. Corbin Burns doesn't give you a lot of opportunities as an opposing team, and they got they took advantage. So that's the difference in the game. Is I don't want to say the Orioles have had a lot of chances, but they've had Adley on second base in scoring position early on, couldn't get that in, and then the Nationals they've taken advantage. So it's going to come down to whose bullpen can win this game.
I don't know what it is, but the O's offense last 2 Corbin Burns starts have not given him any run support at all through last start with the Yankees and this start as well. And it's like, I know it's early, but something's got to give there. Like you have to provide your ace with run support. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rip. Offensively,
the key to the game of baseball is you got to score more runs than the other team. So That hasn't
Is that-
changed.
is
He's not
that all you
pitching
gotta
the
do?
beekeeper. What?
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. Actually, we're gonna just for the sake of time, because we have a lot of things going on, and we still got a good amount of time despite our delay. We're gonna see what happens here. If the Orioles can get out of this inning, we might wrap up the show. We will then go to this bar here, and we are going to change our thought process to how to get the Orioles back on track. Okay? I think it would be a good bonding experience for the team. We're not doing it for us. We're doing it for the team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
We will document what's
Here
going
for it.
on with the team. So check on the social medias as we do this, and we will let you know how we do our certain other extracurriculars as we get ready to line this up. Is that fair? Deal?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm down
good to
with
me.
that.
So let's get Corbin Burns out of this inning. We will go make sure that this team gets back on track. That is a Ryan Ripken Show guarantee. And then we're going to see. I'm going to give it a chance. I think I saw on roulette. I think we got to give that a go tonight. One go.
Wait, all right. But before we do, I think each of us has to go around and who's the hero?
Tonight?
Yeah. Who's it going to be?
Okay. Do you want to start it?
Yeah. I'm going to start because it's the guy that I give the most crap to. I'm going to go Tony. He's been slumping, but man, it only takes one, and we saw it the other day. So it's like with the grand slam,
Yeah.
that's one of those hits that suddenly Tony carries an offense for 3 weeks.
Kevin?
I'm gonna go Mountie. A lot of conversation about him yesterday, and I don't know, I'm feeling it. Feeling Mountie being the hero tonight.
Rocco, any thoughts? Who's the hero?
I'm gonna go Westy. I am.
I like that.
It's just he's big moments when you need him. He comes up in the clutch. So Jordan Westberg's always good for one of them.
Julian Westberg.
Hmm?
You say Julian?
I said Jordan.
Oh, I thought you said Julian.
No, Kevin. I know his
Did you say
name.
Julian?
I said
Yeah, I thought he said
He
Julian.
thought I said
Okay.
Julian Westberg.
Go ahead, Brad.
I'm gonna listen. Gotta go with the best player on the team, and that's Gunnar Henderson.
I like that.
He's due.
He is due. And Gunner's been a little bit of a slump himself, so he's got to pop on out of it. How about we talk about the guy that's just been red hot, really, for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman? Why doesn't Adley have a moment here, give the team a little boost? And right now, if Corbin can keep pitching this, if he can get through the sixth inning and we can wrap this up and we can get ready to go, we'll see if the Orioles can do a rally. And maybe that's what we need because these jerseys aren't doing it, but Corbin Burns
He's
is dealing.
still shoving.
All right.
Corbin, though.
You know what? I'm going to give this prediction for Joe. Heston Kjerstad hits a home run when pinch hitting for Ramon Arias.
There you go.
Wouldn't that be a story?
You know, so we'll go vibes for that. That's for you, Joe.
Joe, if that happens, I will shotgun a Red Bull on one of these live streams. I'll shotgun 2 Red Bulls. I'll go back to
We
back
got a
with
whole
Red
case
Bulls.
of them.
I'll
Studio.
shotgun the whole case of Red Bulls if
That's
that happens.
so good.
Yeah. Yep.
We will not.
I
cover
will.
the
I will get
expenses.
wings if that happens.
Oh, I thought you were
Jesus.
saying like
Yeah,
if
well,
that
yeah, I
happened,
thought
like
you
you're
were
gonna
gonna
go
order
get
wings.
wings.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
no!
like,
Well, I
was
like,
like,
I'll get
okay.
wings too,
I
yeah.
really did think that part. I didn't think like the Red Bull gives
Yeah.
you wings.
Gives me wings.
I was like okay, Rock.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
one-
ridiculous.
I love when a ball catches too much plate. So 1-1. They're the banter over there. All right, so hopefully they can get out of here, and then we'll wrap it up here ourselves. Yeah, sorry for the technical difficulties to start off. Are we ever on time with our show? Most times not.
No.
But we are creating a lot of things, and we have a lot more in store. And we're starting to get an idea of how to do that, and that's the fun thing. We still have a lot of people tuning in
Yeah.
for this.
Awesome, man.
And I know we're seeing a lot of people freak out about the game. If the Orioles do lose, it's okay. Nationals are pretty damn good right now. They're
Yep.
playing good ball. They've won 7 of their last 10. They have a lot of young talent. The question was going to be, could Williams keep up with Corbin Burns? That answer has been yes. And can you silent the Orioles bats? That's also been answered yes, but there are 3.5 innings left to go, or 3 1/3.
I'm also really excited for the amount of people that showed up today in the stream because I was
Yeah.
a little bit worried that we go live during the game, not going to have
Cool.
really good viewership, and Corbin Burns continues the deal. Now we're at the end of the 6th.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys who tuned in today and continue to support the show.
During
Through-
an O's game.
through the game.
During an O's
During-
game.
right, that's what I
Exactly.
mean, during
That's
an O's
huge,
game.
man.
Well, and that's the thing, too. It's kind of perfect. And we're going to have more things related, and maybe for people when we have more O's conversations and Nats. I mean,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't know. Like, we follow the Nats pretty closely. At least I do. Right? It's guess it's part of my job of doing more baseball analyst work now. So We're going to talk about a lot of that in the future. And you guys have asked us to do more watch parties during the game. So if you want to get more specific, let us know about what's going on, because we will talk about it here. And maybe when we change the camera angles, I'll get up here. These pants are super flexible too, to do some really good examples of what really happens in baseball games. So how about we do that? We can leave with that. We're going to go as a team, the team here.
Yeah.
We're going to go make sure the Orioles get a rally going and everyone can feel good. But again, on the way out, hit that like and subscribe button. We're here again at the Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. Follow the socials as you see the rest of our journey as this night finishes out here. And again, pray for the best, manifest something. Orioles are going to win this game. I'm going to win a blackjack hand. And Kevin, oh, there it is.
Go team.
That was
Horrible.
Eric
I would've
DeCosta
smacked you in the
interview
face.
out at 9:30 to everybody. It's out for channel members now, by the way, so be sure to
Gotta
check
keep
it out.
that
Ryan
off.
did an awesome job.
Keep that
A ton of cool stories in there too.
Yeah.
So 9:30 to everybody, but it's already available to channel members right now.
Yeah, we thought, last thing, Eric DeCosta, you're right. I can't thank him enough. And Lacey DeCosta, who's a fan of the show. Lacey, I got to give her a round of applause.
Major.
Because, and also people don't know this, and the moms, the women in the life, because maybe I dealt with that with my mom when my dad was playing, and knowing how much work they do behind the scenes of raising a family, also being out there and just being a force of positivity, which she is amazing. So she's great.
Yeah.
Love following her on social media and really cares about the community. And we think that you're going to find out again how much Eric DeCosta cares about this Baltimore Ravens team and how he makes it his goal to bring a championship back to Baltimore.
Yeah.
And he made me, and I honestly still kind of terrified of him on a different note, but I'll let you guys see that for yourselves. But for me and Brad, for Zach, Kevin, Rocco, as always, guys, have a day, have a night, have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will talk soon for a brand new edition of the Ryan Ripken Show. Is it over here?
yes.
I'm always looking over here. Bam, bam.
There you
Whammy,
go.
guys. Have a great rest of your night.
Take note of what names were said in the order, Rocco.
What'd you say? Oh, why not? Shut your mouth.